Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on June 22, 2017, 1:31 a.m. in Birmingham. And the topic, we are in the season. Not necessarily 1 year and 3 months. And I'm going to tell you why. When the Bible says that we're in the season, that means that all the things that need to come to pass, according to Jesus, in the end days, as he told his disciples, have happened. We're in the middle of wars and rumors of wars or threats of wars. Just yesterday, Russia said that if they caught one of our aircraft in an area around where they're patrolling, they will shoot it down. That's another threat. And another one's popped up from North Korea. I don't know if you've heard it yet, but I believe that Trump is going to do something there. It's my guess, my thinking. Let me go to what Rabbi Samuel said. Now, he said this right after, I believe it was 1914 or 1990, somewhere in there. He said the Jubilee, that Israel would be in the land and that they would have control of Jerusalem at the end of the Jubilee. And that happened in 1967. And that began the next 50 years. And the Jubilee culminates on 2017. He said that is the period of time in which the church has completed. The church is well, he didn't say taken up. He said the church is fulfilled. So that means the church is no longer in play. So that date falls in roughly September, again, of 2017. Let me say something else about that. The church is not mentioned after Revelation chapter 4, verse 1. And if the church is taken out at that time, there's a lot of ground to cover between chapter 4, verse 1 and chapter 6, when the judgments begin. And if you look at that time, there's a lot that has to occur between then and chapter 12, verse 1 through 3, is what we're seeing is the King Star being born September 23. Here's the King Star being born. I believe it's just a depiction of what had happened, but it does not reference a final date or an event happening. It just references an event that did happen. Because if you recall, the event that did happen, the king being born, he lived 33 more years. So if you want to reference the chapter 12 of Revelations, verse 1 through 3, then you have to add 33 years to that. But that's not going to be the case. There's nothing that says when the church leaves that there won't be a period of time to go by before the tribulation will even start. The season can be extended. We're in the season, we've been in it for years, and we'll continue to be in it for years more until all hell breaks loose. And so don't think that by September 23, 2017, that we're going to leave. We may leave, and I expect to leave, as I say every time, any minute now. I don't hinge leaving upon any date. I hinge that upon the things that's occurring and that has been for a number of years. So don't let anyone pick a date. But as John Hagee said, no man knows that day nor the hour. He said that's only a 24-hour period. And again, my belief is that by late 2018, the church will be gone. That's my belief. That is only my belief and nothing more. And I think that we'll see a lot more happen. A lot more things will take place. And all these things that's going to come out of the earth, all these things that this Hadron Collider is doing. It's opening doors, opening portals, a lot of bad things coming there. The things that come upon the earth could come upon the earth tomorrow. And September 23, chapter 12, verse 3, that will go right on by. I mean, it'll still come. Nothing will stop that from happening. Nothing will prevent it. So don't use that date as a solid final date of the church going home. Don't do that. Church can go home any minute, and in any minute until it leaves. Don't pin down a date. Just go with the people that continues to warn you. And my biggest today, more than anything, of course, is John 3:16. And the second is Matthew 24:24, because of people being deceived. This country is falling apart, guys, and it would not take much for this country to fall into some type of a civil war. I would rather be in where we are today with Trump in charge going into anything rather than Obama, 1,000-fold, rather than Clinton, 1,000-fold. I'd prefer Trump. He is level-headed, and whatever he will do, and he's not going to create chaos in our country doing it. And by the way, Jeff Sessions really shut something down today, and I think you need to hear that. Just wanted to bring you up to my thoughts and my thoughts and no more. But don't ignore the warnings. The warning's here. And again, I believe that time is here any minute now. Jody Wolf Expoz.